Welcome to Let's Talk About Real Estate, the podcast for real estate agents everywhere. You are now part of a group of real estate agents and entrepreneurs who want to make a difference in their lives. People who are looking for ways to create hacks into the real estate profession in order to make more sales and at the same time have more time off. Agents are realizing that the old ways simply aren't working for them anymore. They are working far too many hours and most don't enjoy a work-life balance. Get ready to explore ways to hack your real estate life. I'm Lisa B. All right, so we're going to pick your brains today about mindset and the effect that you've had on real estate agents and you know how much you've helped them. So first of all, I'll just give a little bit of a background with your bio. So you're known as the high performance guy, a sought after speaker, coach, trainer, and mentor, energizing, optimizing, and potentializing individuals and teams for high performance. You've conducted over 5,000 high-performance human coaching and training sessions with individuals and teams, particularly in the sales industries. You've helped many sales agents and teams to increase their commissions by over $250,000 a year, whilst at the same time enabling them to avoid burnout, boost energy levels, decrease stress, stay motivated, focused, and improve the quality of their work-life integration. Awesome. You know, no matter what, I think it still hurts. You lose listings, you know, all that sort of stuff. It still hurts no matter who you are. But I think it's the ability to bounce back so much quicker and, you know, go, did I do my best? Okay, yes, I did. No, I didn't. What can I improve on? And you've got to use it as a catalyst for change, or, you know, that sort of thing too. I think that's the difference between a great real estate agent and an awesome real estate agent. It's just that bouncing back, isn't it?
Well, I think, you know, I don't agree that it has to hurt. I think that's just a construct that we've learned, and that makes it worse for us. Why can't we ask the question, I don't want it to hurt. I just want to overcome it. I just want to get through it. I don't want to deal with it. It's like, because what we're doing is we're accepting, well, I have no control over that. No, we do have control over that because it's just a chemical reaction. And so if I can mitigate that chemical reaction, then I'm in a different state of existence and being, and therefore I'm going to experience this totally different. So I understand what you're saying, and it's a long road to that point, but I don't totally agree that, you know, it's going to hurt. I think that's us just laying down and saying, well, that's the way it is. It's going to hurt. We have to deal with that. If we deal with it quickly, that's good. If we don't, it's going to impact on us. I'd rather say, how do we overcome it hurting at all? How do we change this thing up here so that something happens?
If you can tell me, tell me.
But that's why mindfulness is so good. Because mindfulness teaches you that act. Because mindfulness is connected to detachment. And so when you're fully detached from something, it doesn't have the sting in it.
I mean, you know, hurt. For me, you know, that the agents that I talk to that, you know, say, you know, that their best friend listed with somebody else, or their brother listed their house with someone else, you know, and they expected it. It was like, you know, I'm going to get this listing. And that's a bad thing, that when you do expect a listing, that's when you generally do lose it. But, you know, in saying that, you know, it's like, how could they have not come to me? You know, they've gone to a stranger. They trusted a stranger more than me, or, you know, and you know, I think I never mastered it, that I never felt that hurt. You know, I got over it quickly.
You never looked at what was underneath that. You never looked at what you're attached to, why it had a sting in it. And once you do that, then you start to give it different meaning, and it starts to become different else. It's like stress isn't an enemy. Stress is a friend. Failure isn't an enemy. Failure is a friend. These are things that we learn to embrace. And when we embrace them, it lessens that emotional reaction that we normally have to it. It's only our conditioning to something that gives it meaning. And when that meaning, you know, hurts, we're let down, well, how could they do that? Basically, you're going to feel like that. But when you start to go, well, hang on a second, I'm going to see this differently. I'm not attached to the outcome. I'm having a different existence here. It's totally a different experience. And I think that's where we need to be navigating towards more. And particularly, I try and do that in real estate, because every time that sting takes a hold, whether it's 10, 15 minutes, half an hour, a whole day, that's dollar productive time that's just gone out the window. And effectiveness and efficiency is one of the cornerstones of a top agent, as well, as we were just talking about top agents. So
Okay.
For me, I think there's a lot of stuff, Lisa, that we've just bought into. That's okay and that's normal. No, it's not okay and it's not normal, because it's impacting on our experience that we want to have as a
okay.
human.
So as an agent, how do I have to think? Like what am I attached
Well,
to?
you've got to ask yourself, if that happens, the mate takes this listing and they're your best friends and you went to their wedding and you're the best man, and how could they do that? Why are you attached to that? What is it about that hurts you the most? Oh, well, it hurts me because I trust him. Oh, trust. That's interesting. All right. So it's not the thing that happened. It's not the sign being jumped or your mate taking the thing. It's what's it brought up for you. Well, I trusted him. We've been friends. It's a loyalty. So when someone's not loyal, that's going to trigger you. What's that about? And then you're dealing down into that behavior drivers area, and you're starting to look at, well, hang on a second. This is what stings you. This is what stabbed you. It's not the fact that he sold the property.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. Or if it's like they said to me, you've definitely got the listing. So then they lied. So then it would be, okay, they lied to me. How could they lie to me?
They like it. I'm a great person. Is there something wrong? There's a whole range of things, but what agents don't understand.
No, I get it. No, that's a good thing.
That level.
Yeah.
And so I teach my agents to become agents. So when that happens, it's like, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you turn up at your best. Yeah, you do everything you can. Yeah, you debrief why you didn't get it. Yeah, you see how can I be better next time. But the sting, there shouldn't be a sting. The sting's telling you there's something unresolved inside you that you might need to look at. Because if you're happy getting stung all the time with that, do your best. But most people aren't. No one likes being miserable. Yeah. Or having to deal with that emotional charge all the time.
So it's just the triggers, which that is something. Yeah.
What are the triggers? And then there are beliefs and programs and associated. So, making it sound simple here, but that's why I work over a year or so, sometimes 2, 3, 4, 5 years with my client. Yeah. Because it's a conditioning process for them to change this thing up here, this thing in here, and this thing here.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thank you for joining us at Let's Talk About Real Estate podcast. Now, if you would like to hear the rest of this interview, then join us at realestatetrainingcommunity.com.au, which is www.realestatetrainingcommunity.com.au, where you'll find the rest of this amazing interview, plus loads and loads of other interviews, resources, training, everything you need to be successful in your real estate career. So join us there and we'll see you then.